Welcome world, I'm John Ennis, this is my wife Ruth Brown. We're now going to review the Level 2 Week 4, May 2013 class on fundamentals of turns and spins. So we started off with our favorite drill of the month, which is distinguishing between contra body and isobody rock steps, or if you like, linear rock steps and rotational rock steps. So I would refer you, we would refer you to last week's recap video for more detail on that. 2 points I want to make are really make sure that on your linear rock step that your shoulders are opposing your hips. See, I'm turning towards the foot that's in front here or on the other side. It's extremely important, and you can really feel it in your core. You could take more in that, or you can triple set it. But I'm turning towards the foot that's in front. You can work on your arms if you want here. Really try to make sure you're turning towards the foot that's in front. Also, we talked about using the arms to turn, which goes like this. So I'm going to prep for the turn. So it's going to be just a moment of a pause here while I kind of load up my whole core. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we've got shoot, da. And the arms will probably bring me out relaxed, and then they're going to come in during the turn to help me to turn, and they're going to come out to help me to break. The hardest part is for guys, when we go this way, triple step, catching that energy and turning it into a linear rock step. So work on that. That's a very good drill. Ruth has something to say to the followers now.
Yeah, we talked this week just more about emphasizing where to put the arms during the turn. I mean, obviously girls don't want to have their hands way out, but you definitely don't want the sticky arms pulled in tight. So we really practiced on having the girls keep their arms kind of up and kind of parallel with each other for that added stability that they get with that versus having their arms down or
Yeah, and you notice that Ruth is bringing her arms in slightly, so she preps for her turn, this, and then she brings them in, done, and then she might bring them out at the end to break.
But this will allow me, when I'm turning near my partner, like for a tuck turn or a pop turn, to be able to get my arm back up over his arm easily without getting caught in a chicken wing or or like whacking him in the face with my elbow. So ladies, when you're practicing doing your turning drills, practice getting your arms up.
I think it's nice. Okay, very good. So then we worked on a series of moves. First we worked on a tuck turn. So for this, one of the things that we talked about was, this is not necessarily, I would say this is a general principle. It doesn't have to be done this way every time, but it's good practice. For linear rock steps, if your hand is on the small of the back, shoot. So let's suppose we're doing 6 count. That's going to let the follower go straight back. Shoot, okay. Now for rotational rock step, it's nicer if your hand is higher and on one side, say on the shoulder blade here. What that does is it lets the follower's hip open more. My hand is down here, I can still open her hip, but it gets a little bit jammed up compared to here, where her hip can really open. So if you want to get like a really nice juicy rotational rock step by your follower, it's very helpful to have that hand higher. So we worked on in 6 count basic. Boom. Actually I'll do this with the back of the camera. If we're going to go into a rotational rock step, sliding the hand up here. So here we go, we're doing our 6 count basic. So these are linear rock steps. Shoot. Now we're going to be rotational. See how I slid my hand up in preparation? I also let Ruth have her arm because she needs it. Because her hand is attached to her shoulder, which is attached to her body. So.
Yeah, and we emphasized again with the follows, just like with the pop turns, that when you get the lead for a rotational rock step, that you really open up and let your hips kind of twist up so that you've got energy for that.
Yes, race. Go until your body stops you, or whether that means that your leader is not allowing you to go farther, so your body's wound up into where your leaders put you, or you reach the end of your arm, but find the end.
Yeah, don't throw yourself into it.
Right.
But
keep going until you actually find the end. Yeah. Okay. Good. So then we built that into a 6 count tuck turn, and we talked about how we wanted to travel. It's more dynamic and kind of more beautiful. The idea is that Ruth has rotational energy, which kind of blends with this linear energy, compress, and that leads into a tuck turn. So We want to do it right at the camera?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so we do a basic. Shoop, 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 ba-dum, ah. Shoop, ba-dum, shoop, ba-dum, ah. And it's amazing how good. See, she's smiling. Tuck turn. It's a 6-count tuck turn when done well. Feels really nice.
So one of the things points that we emphasized here was for follows as you're doing a rotational rock step, your energy is coming around literally. Now he's starting to take it down the line, but my momentum really is still coming in. And so I want to honor that momentum so that we get a nice, some compression on our hands.
Yes.
On our hands here. It's not the case that as soon as I feel his hand, then I like freeze or change momentum. I want to let it compress so that then it gets released when we do the underarm turn.
Very good. Yeah.
That makes it so much fun.
Yes, and I'm keeping my hands at about the same height. This hand is here about just below shoulder height. This hand is going to match it. So when we do this, we have bum, and I'm leading her forward. And see, I matched, and so then when we lead the turn, she's balanced. Whereas if we were to, if my hand is higher here, it's an unbalanced turn.
Or low down.
Or low. Yeah, I might lead a low down tuck turn, but then my hand on the other side is going to be low, and it's probably going to be a free spin. Yeah, so that's another option, but try to keep your hands at the same level, guys. Mm-hmm. Okay, then we built this into, last thing was, the follower is a little bit ahead of me. Like Ruth is a little bit ahead of me here. She's ahead of me, she's kind of riding my wave we talked about. That allows me to come back diagonally, find the offset, get a nice linear stretch here if we wanted to swing out.
One more point for follows.
Yeah.
So we talked about for that turn at the end of it, the second turn, the
Yep.
underarm turn, that as the follows are coming through the hand triple step, they need to triple step that pivot around.
Yes.
Making sure to keep their hand in front of them, not to let themselves get into a position
Yep.
where their hand gets kind of caught back behind them. So make sure to triple step that turn.
That's right. That's right. Keep them on going away. It's good. It's amazing how complicated a tuck turn is, but it's the way it is. So now we took another move, and this time what's going to happen is I'm going to go with Ruth, and so we're going to have our same sort of beginning. I notice I'm more in line with her, and I'm going to turn my back while she's turning and doing her triple step. Now I'm going to follow her rotational rock step, and I'm going to turn. So that's a very nice move too. Mm-hmm. It's got a little sequence, which is a nice one. So we both turn, but what happens at the end here, so everything is set up. I'm going to do a triple step. Actually, we'll do it like this. Yeah, so for the second triple, let's get there, so we're going to go rock, triple step. So you have triple stepping backwards. And then Ruth she's got rotation, so I'm going to follow it. Shoot, and then I get my own rotation. Step, triple step, triple step. We talked about wanting to get the follower as soon as possible, get control of her, like you want to corral that rotational energy, be able to turn it into a linear rock step. Looking for the offset as usual. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Then finally we did one last move, which is same as the one we just did, except guys, you don't turn, but you need to give the follower the exact same feeling. So this is a sweet move. It looks like this. Shoot, doop, ba-dum, shoot, ba-dum, ha, doop, ba-dum, doop, ba-dum, beat. It might look like I'm throwing, but I'm not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I felt no throwing. It's nice and gentle. Just it's a nice kind of just swinging action.
All that's happening is that Ruth and I are here. We do our rotational rock step together. I basically am following hers, and then she's going, and I'm just following through. So it's just a relaxed follow through, because she's already going, and I'm just stopping myself from turning. And the way we talked about with the guys is we have rock, step, trip. I'm going to be crossed up here, because I have this rotational energy, and then I have to stop it to square it off. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
that's it. I think that's everything that we
Great
did.
class.
Everyone did a good job. Really fun. I think people are learning the beauty of the what seem like simple moves, but when done well, they're very beautiful and very fun. Mm-hmm. A lot better than we want to get solid foundations, then we put styling on top of it. But actually, a lot of things like this, like my arm here, might look like styling, but it's not. It's functional. But really, the best styling is functional. Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay, great. Thanks for coming out.